Jim Avram.
Right, so it's actually going to be a little bit of a hybrid. I'm still looking at the CC for 5, so I'll try to put some leadership into there as well. But I just want to start out by asking, how many of you have heard the word mindfulness floating around the past few years or so? That's good. Yeah. I've definitely noticed it becoming a lot more prevalent in our language. Past couple of years, say everything from, okay, make sure that you're mindful of the weather before you go out to drive. Make sure that you're mindful of the situation. You might see that at work. But if you would have asked me, say 2 years ago, what mindfulness was, I would say, I don't know. It's something to do with yoga and meditation and all that stuff. But recently, I actually was going through a stressful period at work where I looked into this a bit more, and it ended up helping me out quite a bit. So, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests, it's my pleasure to share with you tonight what I've learned about mindfulness and how it's helped me, and maybe inspire you to look into a bit more on how to be more mindful and how that can possibly help you out with any issues that you may be having. Mindfulness can help with anxiety and depression, can help you sleep better, possibly even have better relationships. And essentially, what I've found is it just helps me get more enjoyment out of life. So what exactly is mindfulness? Dictionary definitions tell us that being mindful, simply being aware or conscious of something. But mindfulness is a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment, while calmly acknowledging one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations, and it's used as a therapeutic technique. So in other words, it's being present here in the moment. Before I expand on this, I'd like to tell you a bit of a story as I was talking about some stressful times that I was having in my life, largely due to work, but other things as well. It happened back this summer, sort of July or August. Wasn't that recently, but I had received a promotion at work, which was obviously great. I was thrilled. But as things sunk in and it went on, the pressure of everything was really starting to get to me. Also, I feel I have a somewhat slightly neurotic personality. My mind's always worrying about different things. They call me scatterbrained, maybe. So that, combined with a lot of pressure at work and what we experience today with the prevalence of social media and a million different things flying at us at once. A lot of my family lives far away, so I'm always connected to my phone. At work, I get about 100 emails a day. Similar things that many of you may experience. But I was really starting to struggle with anxiety and stress. It was really, really getting to me, and it was disturbing because usually I was able to deal with problems at work better than I was, but I was really having some problems. I couldn't sleep at night. I would worry for hours and hours about what I had on my plate for the next day, or things that I did the previous day that I feel I could have done better. I was having trouble focusing, trying to do one task, but my mind would be wandering. I'd be thinking about other things and not be fully engaged in what I was doing. Worst of all, I developed, out of almost the blue, severe anxiety around my superiors, which obviously isn't good. And as my bosses go, they're pretty calm and non-judgmental. But in one particular instance, I did have my boss came to ask me a pretty simple question, and it went sort of like this. Sitting at my desk, typing away, and then, "Hi Jim, I was just wondering if you could tell me about that really simple thing that you're working on. I just have one quick question. When do you think you're going to be finished?" And even though I was very close to being done and it was very, very simple, my response went like this, sort of. Geez. I think I can probably get it done today. I was obviously very, very, very stressed and nervous, which was not good. It was just a simple question. And then later on, I got more stressed, more anxious, worrying about how badly I interacted with my boss and what she thought of me going forward. So this was sort of a pivotal moment. I thought, I'm going to deal with a lot more stressful things than that coming up quickly. So I need to look into this more. I need to maybe get on some medication or something like that to get this under control. I went home, and thinking about that, as any good millennial would do, I typed into Google some couple different entries for other people, seeing if they had similar problems and what they had done to do it, because I'd like to try all options that are available. And one thing that I came across was a YouTube video of a gentleman who had also suffered really bad anxiety, but he had said it basically cured it using a form of meditation. So I was skeptical, but I looked into it more, and I did what some millennials still do, is went to the library and picked out some books. One book in particular was called The Mindfulness Key. It's by Sarah Silverton. It has many different techniques, practices of mindfulness, how to it also helped me to understand my stress and anxiety and where it was coming from. Everything from just concentrating on eating a plum, that was one of the exercises I practiced, being fully engaged, and that was a very different change from how I usually eat. But through these practices and learning a bit more about stress and anxiety, I was actually able to be more aware of these emotions, and I had to work hard at practicing it, but I did see a change. And I think important moment was when I was at a very contentious meeting at work, and I made a point and someone was challenging it, and I could feel myself. I was aware of all my emotions, physiological response, getting red, heart started to beat really fast, my fists were clenched, but I was aware of that. I said, okay, let's try to dial this back a little bit, and I was able to respond very, very calmly. So I hope this talk has inspired you all to maybe look into a bit more about exactly what mindfulness is, how it can all help you chill out in your daily lives. Mr. Toastmaster.